Tonight's game is broadcast around America on ESPN, the National Radio Network. Sean Kelly, Corey Alexander. Game is also televised this evening on ABC. Mark Jones, Jay Billis, and George Sedano. Ladies and gentlemen, find your seats. We're 9 minutes away from tip-off.
Thanks a lot, Malika. Welcome, everyone, to Los Angeles, a city fueled by star power, powerful, profound star power, supersized and outsized star power, the type of star power that has the Lakers and Timberwolves poised for a run at the Larry O'Brien Trophy. LeBron James at 40 continues to defy the odds. Can he get Luka Doncic across the finish line and get back to the finals again? Meanwhile, make no mistake, that guy right there, Anthony Edwards, believes that he is the biggest star in the constellation of stars tonight. Let's take some inventory. Tomorrow, it'll be game one between OKC and Memphis on ABC. Los Angeles and Minnesota 3-6 here tonight. And Houston will play game one at home against Golden State tomorrow. Hello, everybody. I'm Mark Jones, courtside, along with Jay Billis. Thanks for coming aboard. George Sedano joins us in just a moment. He's a guy that has raised the level of his play every year he's been in the playoffs in his young career so far. Game one coming up between the Timberwolves and the Lakers. We'll be back after these messages and a word from our ABC stations.
ESPN Bet is the official sportsbook of ESPN. Get in on trending parlays, daily profit boost, and exclusive talent markets all season long. New customers can bet $10 to get $100 in bonus bets and 30 days of ESPN Plus. Scan the QR code to download the app today.
For the Lakers, it'll be James, Rui Hachimura, Jackson Hayes at the 5, Austin Reeves, and Luka Doncic in the backcourt for the Lakers. Meanwhile, for the visitors, it's Jaden McDaniels, Julius Randle, big X factor for Minnesota, Rudy Gobert, Anthony Edwards, and Mike Conley rounding out the starting 5 for Minnesota. Timberwolves finished the season on a 17-4 sprint, playing some of the best basketball, but Luka out of the gate quickly.
Luka Doncic has knocked down a couple of threes. These step backs so difficult, and he shoots it with ease.
Let's take a look at tonight's Star Watch, brought to you by Service Now, and where Luka Doncic stands with respect to other playoff scores. Michael Jordan, number 1. Doncic at number 2 at just under 31 points in the game. And Allen Iverson, number 3. And remember what he did last year, albeit as a member of the Dallas Mavericks. The team, of course, a little bit different than this Lakers squad, but Luka still very much having his way. Of 10 from the field. Comfortable against the Timberwolves again in the postseason. And they get him out of his comfort zone. Back after this. Naz Reid, a force since coming off the bench.
And a good passer, playmaker, Julius Randle. You get caught in no man's land, Reid's going to knock down a 3 on you. And then the offensive rebound by Jaden McDaniels for the quick stick back. And Minnesota has the lead. They were looking for Edwards coming off that screen after he inbounded it, but Dante DiVincenzo just short-circuited that. A logo 3.
After the break, it's back to the studio with Malika, Stephen A. and the crew with the Kia halftime.
NBA First Round, presented by ESPN Bet Sportsbook, is brought to you by Google, proud sponsor of the NBA, and Progressive. Protect your auto, home, and business today at Progressive.com.
Welcome back to the NBA playoffs presented by Google. We're here in Los Angeles for the first round presented by ESPN Bet Sportsbook. The visitors in the lead by 11 as we take a look at some of the cogent and pertinent first half numbers. Luka set the tone and tenor of this ball game early. As we take a look at our first half stats brought to you by PayPal. Luka with 20, LeBron with 10. He got going there in the second quarter, but Naz Reid was really the big story of that first half. The reigning sixth man of the year, who set a career high, Jay Billis, in points, rebounds, and assists. He was a big part of their success. 70-48.
This has been like a horse game for Minnesota right at the logo. Anthony Edwards, it's been 3 after 3 after 3.
NBA First Round, presented by ESPN Bet Sportsbook, is brought to you by Jurassic World Rebirth, in theaters July 2nd.
Welcome back to LA. The Wolves up 22. Minnesota's three-point shooting has been sublime in this game.
17 for 30, Mark, in this game. And so many of these three-point shots have come from the catch spot. It's not like they've been off the dribble or contested. A lot of them have come. There have been some in transition, but a lot have come off penetration and also off offensive rebounds where they kick it out for a step-in three. But right now, LA's going to have to spread out and get to three-point shooters. And that's going to open up some driving opportunities. And that
first round of the NBA playoffs continues tomorrow afternoon with a doubleheader on ABC at 1 Eastern. Game 1, Memphis at Oklahoma City. Then at 3:30, Game 1 between Orlando and Boston, the reigning champs. Our coverage tips at 12:30 Eastern with NBA Countdown. And the whistle. Looks like we're going to have a technical foul. Has to work expeditiously and got it to go! Off glass at the buzzer! Maybe a sign of things to come for the Laker Nation. Nobody pressed up, and Doncic took advantage of it. They'll review it by rule. The NBA playoffs on ABC, presented by Google, will continue after these messages and a word from our ABC station. Paying dividends, Jay.
Edwards is such a great scorer. You thought he might try to drive this, maybe take a contested three, but gave the ball up after the shot fake and gets it back and then drills one, catch and shoot right in Doncic's drill.
NBA First Round, presented by ESPN Bet Sportsbook, is brought to you by Dell Technologies. Welcome to now.
Eastern Conference, OKC, the winningest team in the league this year, hosts Memphis tomorrow on ABC at 1 o'clock, and the rest of it down to Houston Golden State. Julius Randle with the resonant tones. Well, the first round of the NBA playoffs continues tomorrow afternoon with a doubleheader on ABC. At 1 p.m. Eastern time, Memphis taking on Oklahoma City. At 3:30, Game 1 of Orlando-Boston. The reigning champs. Our coverage tips off at 12:30 Eastern with the NBA Countdown. There are some people that doubt. Well, this year's NFL Draft is in Green Bay. The three-day event begins Thursday, April 24th, and we'll have every pick once again on ESPN, along with our usual expert analysis. Let's look at Cincinnati quarterback Joe Burrow. It's also available on the NFL Network. And as always, ABC's coverage focuses on the prospect's journey to the draft.
A lot of compliments to go around for this Minnesota Timberwolves team and their performance here against the Los Angeles Lakers. But Anthony Edwards has played a complete basketball game. 22 points, 8 rebounds, but he also has 9 assists in this game against only 1 turnover. And Edwards missed some time after going to the locker room with that cramp.